central midfielders.
Are we specifically like looking at central midfielders? Because I'm pretty sure most of the best 11 list is like all attacking midfielders.
Let's go all three types of midfielders. Go more than 20 appearances, and we'll have a chat.
Okay. Go ahead.
So,
you can start it off.
The first one that jumps out to me is so let's talk about who made it in terms of center mids, right? Mm-hmm. So you're looking at João Paulo, Carlos Hill. Those are your two like central players, right? I don't think Lucas Zelarayan did enough to get in. Nobody from FCC should be anywhere near this list. So Luciano Costa's out. The first name that really jumps out to me, Jordi Mihailovic. Man was like one assist away from being the leader in that category. Criminal that he hasn't had a call up yet, but that is a episode later. But he absolutely balled out with Montreal. They didn't make the playoffs, but absolutely balled out. Jack Price, obviously in that conversation as well. Big on the assists, big on being the distributor for that Colorado team that, by some miracle, topped the Western Conference. I just dropped my glasses because I'm a klutz. Keaton Parks. This one I'm still up in the air on. I want to see him in the January camp, but clearly NYC didn't need him, so do the men's national team. Sean Davis definitely deserves to be in there. Not top tier, but probably second tier. Oh man, that's kind of the bottom of the list there. There's nobody who jumps out at me as like, this guy is a baller. Maybe Leon Flock. But yeah, in terms of attacking players, it's Jamiro Montero. I didn't mention him. Jamiro Montero probably needs to be in that conversation. And Jordi Mihailovic are my two like attackers. In terms of pure center mids, we're looking at maybe Keaton Parks and Sean Davis. In terms of like pure defensive mids, Jack Price, and I'll throw in Jose Martinez for Philly because that man knew how to make a tackle, I believe. No, he's not even top 10 there. Anyways, big fun fact, Yu Yakubo playing as a defensive center mid made 5.4 tackles a game in 23 games. That's wild.
Are you just looking at center mids and center defensive mids right now?
No, I put all three on there.
So attacking mids as well?
Yeah.
You're just not looking at wide midfielders at the moment?
Correct.
Okay. I feel like you're missing a name, a major name that you did not consider. And I'd be okay with it if you, depending on your response here, but Damir Kreilach absolutely is in this conversation.
I was going to put him at striker.
Okay. That was the reasoning I was looking for. So Damir Kreilach, he's all over the place. He played, according to this, he played defensive mid, center mid, forward, and cam. So he played literally the entire spine except center back and goalkeeper.
He's the Ryan Hollingshead of the West.
Yeah, he's the central Ryan Hollingshead. Like if you just put Hollingshead, Damir Kreilach, and like I don't know, Brooks Lennon on a team, like they could literally just cover your entire. I mean, that can cover your entire team. No, Kellen Acosta.
Kellen Acosta. How dare you? I was just about to say, how dare you? Disrespect.
Kellen Acosta is the head coach, player/coach. Anyway.
No, Benny Ball is the head coach because then he can do that without losing his mind.
Oh, that's Benny Ball's dream.
Tell me, bro. I'm surprised you didn't get them all on the same team in the first place. All right, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Sorry. So I would personally put Kreilach in the midfield. I think he played more so in the midfield than he did as a striker, but I understand that conversation. Sure. I would absolutely put him like first tier outside of best 11. I think
100%.
He was so strong this season. He carried RSL to the playoffs. I know he had some help from Usnak, who was definitely strong, especially towards the end of the season, but I mean, he carried them to that 7th seed. and then got them through Seattle. So I definitely think that he deserves to be in the conversation. Again, I wouldn't pick him. I think João Paulo deserves to be in that best 11. I think I would probably just keep it as João Paulo in terms of like center mids and center defensive mids. I think some of the people that you mentioned definitely had strong years. I think Atuesta probably had a quietly strong year. Madron probably just because he's on Chicago, but I think he had also a strong year. Roldan. So definitely other names that are worth being in the conversation. I don't think any of them get into the best 11 though, other than João Paulo. And then in terms of just looking at attacking mids, because I think this is where more of the names get in the mix, Heel obviously deserves to be in there. Whether you think he deserved to win MVP or not, he deserves to be in the best 11 for sure. Hani Mukhtar absolutely deserves to be in the best 11, in my opinion. And I think in your opinion, he was our MVP. So, of course, your MVP is going to be in the best 11.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Zelarayan, I think, is spot on. I think he should be in the conversation. If you just looked at his second half of the year, I think he's probably in the best 11. But I think because he was a bit quieter at the start of the season, probably keeps him out just a little bit. I agree. I don't think anybody from FCC should be in the list. So Lucia Costa's out. I would say outside honorable mention, not really in the honorable mention mix, but I think Jesus Ferreira had a really strong year. He was like, if Ricardo Pepi is Batman, he was Robin. I mean, he was like right there with him.
Sure, I had him as a kind of like a striker too.
That's fair. Jordy's definitely a good conversation. I think Jamiro Montero should definitely be in the honorable mention mix. He had a very strong year. Jack Price, Maxime Morales, definitely as well in the conversation. Probably a little bit below where I would put like Montero and Zelarayan and stuff, but I think Reynoso should also be in the conversation. I know in terms of goal contributions, it was really low year for him, but it seemed like he was very influential while he was out on the field, despite the fact that he wasn't putting up a ton of goal contributions. So that's where I kind of sit on those like central midfielders.